Yes, and welcome to the second video about real estate in Mexico, a thing that we are going to invest in. And we have again Melody Hurtado, and she is our real estate agent in Mexico helping us. And in the first video, you've seen a lot about Melody, who she is, what her career was. And today we're going to do the second video. But before we start, we want you to know that the 5th of July, we have a live show with Melody where you can ask your questions in the Q&A that we ending this live show with. And you can register in a link that's under this video. You can also, when you're watching this video later than the 5th of July, of course, watch it again, because we're recorded and it's going to be on YouTube, the live show. The disclaimer that we always do: we are not financial advisors. We do not provide financial advice, so don't take it like that. We bring you what we experience and what we're doing, our own experience, and specialists like Melody that we bring in our shows or videos. And you know, with investments, past performance are not guarantees for the future, and we recommend you to do your own research. All right, saying that, we are Financieel Vrije Vrouw and Financieel Vrije Vent. Suddenly I'm talking Dutch, because this is our Dutch name, which you can find us on this YouTube, but also on the Instagram and LinkedIn. We're entrepreneurs and investors ourselves. We're doing podcasts and live shows about the investments that we do ourselves. So yeah, it's not financial advice. It's just we're showing you what we do to get a lot of passive income and to get more freedom in our lives. All right, so we're going to do 7 videos about real estate in Mexico. And this is the second one, and it's going to be about the benefits and the developments in Tulum. We've been there together with Melody, and she's shown us a lot, but we're going to talk about it today. There is other things we're going to talk about in later videos. You can see it in the screen right now. Now we're going to tell you about Tulum and why it's really interesting at the moment to invest there. Here it is. This is Mexico, and this is the place where Tulum is. And we're asking you 3 questions in once. About the tourism and about the business that's going on in Tulum and is growing.
Okay, it's important to note that in Tulum in this moment, we don't have the best infrastructure. It's for that the price is not high in this moment. And it's very good invest in this moment because we will have that a good infrastructure. Yeah. For example, in Playa del Carmen, all the places have the good streets and the very good places. We will have too, but in this moment we are growing up. And if you invest in this moment, you can obtain the good increase because the place will have a very good infrastructure, and the tourist obviously wants to come to see how the Tulum is better in this moment. And the projects that are there are very interesting. Yeah. There are a lot of investors of all the world, and like the Mexican designers and French designers and Dutch designers, and they are doing a great job, great work. The architect projects there are very interesting and beautiful. Things very different to Playa del Carmen, for example. There are more buildings like rectangles. And in Tulum, we are playing more with more gardens and more spaces for the yoga. The amenities in all the condos are very competitive. And that thing, it's a very interesting thing because they want to do better, and the other better, and the other better, and looks very nice.
Yeah, and when you show us around, I've seen it as well. The infrastructure is sometimes a road suddenly stops, but then even if the road is not there yet, later on there is a lot of development in hotels, in shops, and you can just see where it's going, and that's really interesting. And you see like very modern buildings, and then one block later, it's not there yet, but you can see it's coming. So it's a very interesting place for investors to just drive around. let's see, because we're gonna talk maybe long stay, short stay. As an investor, you always like to have more options open. But let's start about the tourism, because it's big in Tulum. What are the reasons that tourists come to Tulum? Because a lot of people think only about the beach, but since we've been there and you've shown us also some things, there is much more interesting for tourists in Quintana Roo and in Tulum and the surroundings, right?
Yeah, right. I love in Mexico. We have a lot of beaches, and all are beautiful beaches. But the things that for that I love Quintana Roo and actually Tulum is because we don't have only the beach. We have the jungle. We have the cenotes. The cenote is a natural pool, and all the cenotes are different, are beautiful. Some are in the middle of the lagoon. Some are in the form of heart. There are cenotes very mystics because our people, the Maya people, that is like ancestry, they have a lot of traditions there, and it's very interesting. Quintana Roo, the cenotes, is the natural pools, the jungle. We have two lagoons, a lot of lagoons. We are around the water, so we have a different types of bodies of water, and we have to the ruins, the temples of our culture.
What are reasons that people come to live in Tulum?
In my experience living in Tulum, and I think that I know a lot of people that they will talk about this, is that the work don't feel like work. It's like you're living in the paradise, and the rhythm, the type of work, it's different than in other places, and you can do a great things here because we have interest, global interest, and the people continue coming because it's a different quality of life. Maybe we don't have the best infrastructure in the world, but the place have a lot of sense and life. I think that it's alive, and the work, it's more easy than in other places. I live, for example, in Vancouver, and I prefer work here.
Well, that's something to say, because Vancouver is not so bad as well, I think. I think there are also Mexican people that just come to these places like Playa del Carmen, Cancun, Tulum, because it's more safe than other places in Mexico, like Mexico City.
Yes, for sure. For sure. That is it's true. I see all the time the green for
Well, the jungle is everywhere, and the signs that you have to be careful for the jaguars when you're driving.
I love see the monkeys. Monkeys in everywhere. I love the monkeys.
All right, let's continue. You said like Quintana Roo have options for different types of investors. Can you explain what you mean with this?
Yes, in Quintana Roo, in Tulum, there are a lot of types of products for different type of investors, like the investor that want to return of the money very fast, and obviously that investor that have to know that maybe they obtain a little space, but it's like a room of a hotel. You get the very good nightly rate, and there are options for the people that want to live in the peace space, a lot of nature, or there are investors products for the investors that want to be in the middle of the jungle. Actually, I visit a beautiful project that it's very far away of Tulum, but it's beautiful with a lot of jungle and a beautiful cenote that it's a natural pool that I told you. And there are two other products for if you don't have a lot of money but you want to obtain incomes for that. There are different zones that depend of the type of investors that you are. That is my job. Find the best for you, because I understand that all different, and I want to sell the same because all different. I want different things and have different economy, for example.
Yeah, for sure. And we discussed that we're going to make 7 videos, and the 7th video we're gonna do 2 of these projects, and it would be nice if we have 2 totally different projects. Thank you very much for this second video that we made. I want to remind people that the 5th of July we do the live show with Melody, where people can also ask a lot of questions. Before the Q&A with Melody, you can ask her everything you want about real estate in Mexico and different kind of project which she just announced. Try to make a monthly Q&A, the monthly Melody, I'm calling it. And you can sign up for this. Let's start to build your dreams in Mexico. It's a really good place. Please help us and share this video with people that might be interested in in real estate in Mexico, and like this YouTube video for us. That would be great. Melody, thank you very much for this second video, and we're gonna see you next week or maybe the week after for the 3rd video.
Have a great day. I hope that this information will work with you.